Hi, I'm Jeff Knox, and today I'm going to talk to you about HOAs, their fees, and what you need to know. So HOAs have a very dubious reputation of being bad, and while we've all heard horror stories about HOAs foreclosing on residents' properties for past Homeowners Association dues, I can quite frankly say that in 15 years, I've never actually seen it happen or know of someone personally where that's happened. But there are pros and cons of HOAs, so let's explore them in this video. Let's talk about the pros for a second. What does an HOA or a Homeowners Association actually do? And the responsibilities of an HOA include maintenance of common areas like a pool, fitness center, tennis courts, playgrounds, trails, jogging or biking trails, landscape, and maybe some exterior retaining walls or brick or concrete walls. And they also kind of police a neighborhood, as in they make sure that the rules are followed and that people don't have old junk cars pulled up into a yard, or basketball goals are not sitting outside people's homes looking run down. So really, they do add an aspect of policing the neighborhood and making sure that your property value remains high, or as high as it can be. All right, so let's talk about the cons. The cons are definitely, some HOAs can be stricter than others. Okay, they're monetary fees. In addition to collecting all those fees, they can also foreclose on your property in the state of Texas if you don't pay the assessments. So those are the cons. Let's talk about the type of properties that fall under the HOA category. The highest will always be a condo building. And the reason why is because most condo buildings in Dallas-Fort Worth are going to have a concierge on staff. A lot of them have valet services and or security. So what causes a condo HOA to be so expensive? Well, it's going to be the salary of the people running those three positions: the concierge, the valet, and the security. Mainly your HOA dues are going to be so high in a condo building because you've got to pay those salaries for people to man those positions. In addition to the salaries, you're going to pay usually in a condo building for blanket insurance, common area upkeep. You're going to pay for swimming pools, fitness centers, theater rooms, any sort of amenities that have to be constantly maintained. Dropping down to a townhouse, most townhomes do not have a full staff or even one staff. They may have somebody with maintenance on staff, but townhomes don't have a concierge, they don't have a valet service. They will have things and amenities like pools, tennis courts, maybe a fitness area. So you're going to pay a little bit lower on a townhome than you would a condo just because you're not going to have to pay for that staff. So when you look at a townhouse, you can generally know that your HOA dues will be less expensive than they would be in a condo building. By far the lowest HOA dues will be a single family property within a neighborhood or subdivision. And this is because most neighborhoods and subdivisions are so large, with hundreds or thousands of homes within the neighborhood, that they collect a little bit, the HOA collects a little bit from everybody, which makes the pool quite large. Okay? You also don't have any sort of staff that you've got to pay. There's no concierge, there's no valet service. Most neighborhoods maybe have one or two pools, some exterior maintenance landscape. They may put up some holiday lights, maintain the brick facade of the exterior if it's bricked in. Those are really the only expenses you're going to have to pay in a single family neighborhood. So keep in mind this: when you're looking at properties, condos will absolutely be the highest and most will have a mandatory HOA. Townhomes will be lower, again subject normally to a mandatory HOA, but will be lower than condos because you're not having to pay all the salaries. And by far the lowest will be single family properties within a subdivision. If you have any questions, I've linked below to the HOA article that we've written. I think it's a good one. It will quickly explain, it's a pretty short article, it will quickly explain the differences between the three types of HOA dues and what you'll get and won't get from certain properties. If you have any questions, feel free to call me, 972-342-0000.